Tweet, dang it. Tweet. 2 against the Iron Storm. The game is against the Storm. We are playing on Iron Man mode, and the only difference between that and the regular game is that if I lose, I have to start over from the beginning. Now, how we are going to do this is I play every difficulty twice, increase the difficulty, and then when we lose, we restart. Now, I've been told that you can now skip the tutorial without it counting as a loss, which would be a massive change. I've had to play that tutorial, I think, 10 times at this point, just so I don't have those annoying little losses in my deeds. Now, we have an even number of games completed, which means it's time to increase your difficulty. We had our 2 on the tutorial, we had 2 at each of the initial 4 levels, and then 2 on Prestige 1. So today we are going up to Prestige 2, and in the interests of hopefully getting some bonus resources at the end of the year, I'm going to go ahead and just go here to block the Vanguard of the Stolen Keys from going here. Now I could go here or here if I wanted to. We can't quite reach the Cursed Royal Woodlands here. As long as I win next to or on top of where they're going, we block them from expanding. But in this case, I am just going to go right on top of it because I feel like it. Actually, if I go up here, we can maybe get the Cursed Royal Woodlands next time. There's a thought. Regardless, let's just go here. Now, we are going to go with this top option as far as our caravan goes. To make sure I don't accidentally play the wrong one, I have pre-selected the highest difficulty. And we're going to go with this top caravan simply because it has 9 total units. Now, lizards are really great because they get that bonus to the Trapper's Camp. Harpies get a bonus to the Herbalist Camp, and humans get it to the Forager's Camp. Either way, in the marshlands, it is all about the camps. So that is what we're going to be doing. Let's go ahead and name ourselves something exciting. Something like, I don't know, Camp Half-Blood? No, that's too derivative. Camp Quarter-Blood. For the grandchildren of the gods. We got 4 points to get stuff with. And we will want fabric early on for harpy housing, otherwise they get moody very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and take some reeds. And then just to make sure, I think we're going to need some bricks too, so I'll take reeds and clay. No. Let's change it up. Let's take some oil, because oil is an important component in a lot of early glades. So let's take oil, and that only gives us 1 point left, which I'm going to use on eggs. That works. Let's go. Okay. So, that's going to be strong. +3 mushroom production during drizzle. Given that all the trees have a chance of producing mushrooms, that can be huge for our food. Then we have our usual -4 debuff per hostility level. We have -2 resolve for every dangerous and forbidden glade that we've opened. Okay, that's going to escalate and be a problem, my word. And then we've got living matter is going to spawn on farm fields every 70 seconds. So if we start doing farm fields, that will matter. If we don't start doing farm fields, then it's fine. People who don't eat get impatient faster. Okay, that's a problem, but only if we don't have food. And production buildings generate blight rats during the storm. Okay, that's not too bad. Then, of course, we have the usual marshlands buffs, as well as needing 4 additional points, and cisgeneration is now twice as fast, and the hearth is corrupted quicker. So we are going to have to get blight fighting under control early. We've got a couple of nicely spiced glades to our south. We got one of, and then to our west. That's not a bad spot to start. As always, we are going to begin by creating a couple of lumber camps. Let's go ahead and make 3. I don't know if I'll use all 3. I'll use all 3 eventually, but we're just going to go ahead and start by making 3. Make a nice little path around our opening, and you know what? Let's go ahead and hold down shift until it only marked trees. Holding down shift applies it to all of them. And of course, because we're in the marshlands, which give us such a nice grid-based plant. I can have very, very squared corners, and of course I love doing that on the maps where I can't, or where I can, rather. The Scarlet Orchard and the Coral Forest have trees that are just a bit too twisty for me to get a nice square shape out of my borders. So for those, I just set it to avoid glades unless marked, which is a great setting. I'm so glad they added that one, because then it's saying avoid glades, but I can mark them to have me break that and go straight into a glade, which is just fantastic. It lets me set my woodcutters camps to do exactly what I want them to do. We'll go, of course, up to speed 3. Make sure I've got a human E here to give me as much patience as possible, because the Queen's impatience does grow at 0.16. If I have a lizard in here, for example, it's 0.22, so it's a pretty big difference. Let's go ahead and make this 3 humans. And we're going to make this 3 harpies. We're going to leave the other one empty for now. We're also going to set up a small trapper's camp here, and an herbalist camp here. Rotate you around like so. And then I will want a forgers, harvesters, and stonecutters camps just somewhere out of the way. So we will throw them back here. Now I do this to make sure that I have all of them built. Once we get to some of the higher settings where buildings cost more, I won't be able to do that. I'll have to hold off on anything that's not immediately useful. But I like having them built just so I definitely will have them available. +1 global resolve for every 2 caches opened, as good as we can set up tools. +1 harpy resolve for making 70 cosmetics, that can get them pretty happy. And free meat when villagers die or leave. I don't want to plan on villagers dying or leaving, so I'm going to go with prosperous archaeology here, because I'm certainly going to try to be able to open caches, whereas I'm not going to pre-commit to making cosmetics this early in a run. Okay. Humans like leisure, harpies like education, and forum is pretty good for giving us 15% chance for global double production. Or sorry, plus 15% chance to double production globally. So it increases overall economy. I don't want to pre-commit to an herb garden because I don't know if I'm going to find fertile ground, and I don't want to pre-commit to a ranch because ranch needs to be fed other materials that I don't necessarily know if I'm going to have. And the forester's hut requires fertile ground, and there's usually copper mines in the marshlands anyway. I don't think it's worth re-rolling at this point, so I'm going to take a forum. Now, since I have a forum, the temple is less important. It's good to have at least one service building, always, so you can get to that 3rd hub level. I don't even remember if I've got the 3rd hub level upgraded. But of the rest of these, the advanced trappers camp could be huge in the marshlands because of how much you need to get from nodes. On the other hand, the leather worker is great. It's an efficient way to make fabric early that would make harpies happy to work in, and then would let us make harpy housing, which would make them happier. But you know, given that we're on the marshlands and given how important resources are, I think I'm going to have to go with the trapper's camp. That hurts, but okay, they offer me the leather worker again, but now they're offering it alongside a weaver. Now, the tinkerer is great. Don't get me wrong. The tinkerer is a great building, but it does require me to either have a source of crystalline dew or to have smelting available, and I definitely will need fabric. Coats are only good if I already have fabric, so I'm going to go with the weaver here. We're going to say we want the weaver here. We're going to say we want a crude workstation down here. And we're going to say don't ever make fabric, but do make up to 10 planks and 10 bricks. There we go. Take a look at our orders. Okay, get humans fairly happy to get some wheat that I'm probably not going to get any more of. Get some parts, which are definitely good for making more camps. and more humans, or get one ancient tablet to get an infusion of food and the ability to make another hearth. I think I want the humans resolve. Okay, this has a plus. Okay, bonus glade event carrying can be really good, especially for big events that are far away from your home if you get to the late game. An infusion of building materials isn't that great. And honestly, it's going to take me a while to open up 4 glades, at which point I don't think 20 building materials is going to be useful. I did say that there is a lot of copper in the marshlands, so this +1 copper ore is pretty big. Hearth is nice. Fuel is always good. We'll go ahead and do this, because I'm definitely going to open up 2 dangerous glades. Have camps have 10 bricks to get the stuff to make bricks and cloth, plus some parts. This is very achievable. But now I have to go with the 3 packs, because the 3 packs gives us +1 production on cloth, and cloth is going to be big. Humans need clothes, harpies need it for their housing. I think lizards need it. Either lizards or humans need cloth plus brick. Is it lizards? We'll check. Let's check. It's lizards, yeah. Humans are wood. Nice. Okay. So that is our orders set up. We've got building going on. I did not come in here and turn off the fuel, but that's okay. We still have more than 20 coal, which should be enough for most dangerous glades. And as soon as these basic buildings get put up, I am going to assign some people to gather food in those initial nodes. Actually, I'm going to try to play this a little bit more optimally than that. I don't usually, but let's try this. So we're going to put lizards here. Just a lizard. Keep in mind, the trees have a 15% chance of mushrooms, and we've got 44 mushrooms. I don't know how many of those we started with, but with this much lumber camping going on, I think we're all right. And let's go ahead and put 2 harpies in the crude workstation, just to get us started. You know, we're gonna slide this. Let's just slide this up here with the other camps. And I really hate making temporary housing, but I feel like it's probably a good idea. We have 11 people. So let's go ahead and set up 4. Now remember, each of these houses 3 individuals. So 4 times 3 is 12. That covers all 11 of our citizens. I don't technically have to do it, but it'll help with unhappiness, especially since I'm going to try to keep my woodcutters going during the storm. At least for half of it. Okay. Now if I fire you, you. There we go. Okay, now that changes things. What I'm going to do instead is we are going to... Actually, let's delete both of these. We are going to throw a harpy in here. And tell them to make fabric. Alright, now the reason I held off on staffing this is because, remember, we've got the +3 to mushroom production during drizzle. So by waiting and having them go now, they'll be much more efficient for at least this part of the year. Looks like we can't get away from getting more harpies, so let's do 2 in 1. I like 2 in 1. Plus that way I can set 3 more humans onto wood cutting. Okay, Two of these are amazing. The work safety guide, not so much. Like, these ones that give you bonus based on a certain number of people getting a service produced are generally better if you have two species that like that service. Global production speed is definitely good, but I think I'd rather have it on one where I had harpies and beavers. Or even just beavers. You know how much I choose beavers over everything else. They're such great workhorses. I love chances for double production, so this 10% chance of receiving bonus yields is great. It does limit me from stopping consumption, but that's rarely a problem. On the other hand, calming the forest is pretty good. My hostility debuffs aren't that bad, but being able to consistently lower hostility is very nice for long-term sustainability. It makes people happier. You don't have to do as much to keep them around, and they're not leaving. You're not losing impatience. So I think I'm going to go with calming the forest here. Now, I could be thinking about opening up glades. In fact, I've got the stuff to open up glades immediately. The reason I'm not, though... The reason I'm not doing that is mostly because I feel like I've got a decent start to my economy. We're getting food from two sources, right? We're getting some massive bonuses based on this +3, so that anytime they pick mushrooms, we're getting 4 instead of 1. So we're just getting a lot of food. So I'm not pressed for time to move out. The Queen's a little impatient, you know, we're in year 2. But I mean, we're just kind of consolidating. We're not dealing with anything too stressful at the moment, so I don't see a need to keep going. Okay, so this would give us a free tavern if we picked a brewery, and you can make ale out of mushrooms. So that's pretty good. Bonus pottery production, not great. 20 pickled goods, not great. But a free blueprint is always amazing. Conversely, having 8 humans who are at 28 resolve would get us a brick oven. Pie is nice. Both humans and lizards like pie. The ability to make coal is fine. And incense is used by both humans and lizards. So this is a really efficient building. My instinct is still to go with happy brewing, but I think that I should try to change up my playstyle a little bit. So I'm going to try human population. We'll see how that works out. +1 packs of goods could be really good if we want to set up a trade route situation. On the other hand, this is saying, hey, we need you to set up a trade route situation. Now, 6 trade routes when I already have 1 city plus the smoldering city. That's a decent amount of options. Let's go ahead and do that. Trade routes are a great way of getting money in this game. They're the most efficient method of getting money. Wow, we have a lot of fabric. That is great. So let's go ahead and fire these harpies so that what I can do next is build a couple of harpy houses. We're also going to build a rain collector. Let's go ahead and fire these two. I don't think we need them right now. Can't do that without bricks. There's actually a lot that we can't do without bricks, and I'm starting to think that maybe... maybe I need to be building some bricks. Maybe I need to get into a glade just strictly so that I can get stuff to make bricks, because this is a problem. We should also, because you only need basic unprocessed wood to make a marketplace. So maybe if I make a marketplace, a trading post as it were, I'll probably delete that and rebuild it somewhere else, but for now at least we'll have it. 264 food. Yeah, we're fine on food. Hello. Okay, so you don't have any blueprints, which are the first thing I always look at. I always start by looking at blueprints and looking at cornerstones. But you do have bricks. Unfortunately, I don't have anything I can really sell you to get bricks. Like, I'm willing to sell my planks, sure, but I'm not willing to sell my oil because I'm worried I'll need that. I'm not willing to sell my parts for anything. And we need leather for fabric, and I need the fabric, so I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna sell 37 wood and 8 planks for as many bricks as you can spare. Okay, that's not bad. Now we have some bricks, which is not enough bricks, but it is some. If I put 2 harpies here... Actually, let's go ahead and move over this way. I am going to set up a second layer of harpy houses back here. Which, yes, that is more housing than I need. But it should make sure that my harpies at least stay happy through the storm. That won't matter. I haven't opened anything up yet, so that doesn't matter. Nice. And then we are going to, on this side, I think, just make a nice big swath heading that way. Move that closer in. That looks good. We'll move this closer in. And let's see how negative we go. I'm probably going to have to fire some, at least some, of my workers from the lumber camps. But it shouldn't be that bad. No, that's not that bad. If we fire, say... Nope, not those. Let's fire the harpies. Just as soon as they deliver. And then 1 human. There we go. We're down to hostility 1. We can make plenty of fabric, so let's go ahead and make plenty of fabric. And we still need access to bricks. We really need access to bricks. So we are going to queue up those mushrooms to get cut down. We're going to run that right into there. I'm also going to throw a harpy in here to start getting the spark dew in case we need it. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and increase our lizard population. Okay, bonus stone production could be very good long-term if I find stone deposits, or even coal deposits which have stone as a secondary. The dye extractor gaining pigment when you produce insects is... it's fine. You only really need pigment for cosmetics and scrolls, both of which are harpy things. But I'm going to go with the safe haven, because I love stacking hostility reduction. So this way, by upgrading our hub... we are going to be able to lower the hostility. Plus, by opening up dangerous glades, we're going to be able to lower our hostility. So overall, that's a lot of lowered hostility. Let's put 1 of everything in here for now. Let's go ahead and fire this harpy. Nope. We want to do this. And I'm totally willing to fire these 2 harpies too once we open up this. Because we're going to need someone to work the glade. There we go. Okay, now, to work this, obviously I don't have resin, because that's not how these trees work. Using oil is fine. I'm going to use coal, because I think the oil is more common. Hey, look, it lowers hostility. That's phenomenal. That's just great. Let's go ahead and do that. That should be okay. I'm not going to start working this camp just yet. I do want the people. I definitely want the people. But the reason I'm not going to do that is because having more people increases hostility. Let's fire you. Let's fire you. And that should be just enough to keep us positive. Okay, so there's some coal here. That's good. And there's even more coal underneath the mushrooms, which means I really can't get... I can't get a mine optimally placed unless I can get an upgraded herbalist camp. The only upgraded we have right now is the trapper's camp. Human resolve, trade routes, dangerous glade. So we're getting one dangerous glade. That's solid. Let's build ourselves a makeshift post. And let's put a harpy back in here. How many? Yeah, we got plenty of leather. I can certainly be making more. We need 5 of every type of pack. And we can do this with mushrooms. We've got so many mushrooms. And we can do this with eggs, which we have quite a few because we've been stacking those. And we're going to do this with cloth, I think. Because it's the only one we're making efficiently. So we'll do that. And I will throw 2 humans in here. So we can at least start working on one of our orders. Looks like I didn't quite square this up. It's a little bit hard to see because that blue motif in the trees looks it's pale, so highlighting it still kind of looks the same. I don't love that. Welcome new villagers from camps. Well, we already have a camp to do this with, and that gives us +1 packs, plus a bunch of free provisions. That's great. Alternately keeping goods. Plus, I don't usually end up making oil. And I'm not worried about getting planks. Planks are like the one building material you're definitely going to get a lot of, even with just a crude workstation, because you can produce so much wood always. So we'll go with Lost in the Woods. And I did not take the one about getting a free tavern, so leisure, but the forum lets you do leisure if I get a way of making ale. Yeah, let's do this. And that reminds me, I do have plenty of housing, so I should be thinking about upgrading our hub level by 1. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a park. I'll probably move it later. Let's make 2 parks and a couple of flower beds. And you know, at this point, I'm not too fussed about the efficiency over here. We have so many mushrooms. I'm just going to let these guys keep working. Because I'd rather free up the space at this point. You're at 46. That's great. Okay, so those 2 harpies finished. So we're going to come over here. We're going to say with mushrooms, we want to get 2 more of each of those types of people. Just as soon as they finished break. And between the 3 packs, which we've got all our provisions now, so that's pretty good. And we're going to have our packs of crops, so that's pretty good. We're going to be getting that real soon. This, let's move you over here. Yeah. Because what we're going to do is we're going to clear out this area. Basically, from here on out, I want to be opening a glade every year. And this one has cleared it up so we can get to here, and we can get to here. So that should be fine. We should clear this out so we can start heading that way. That'll be good. Now, of course, I don't have everyone woodcutting that I could have woodcutting. But that's okay, because the year's about to end. Let's go ahead and lower our hostility significantly. Trapper's camp has nothing nearby, so we'll swing it down here and get this meat. Where is my other lizard working? You know, woodcutter's camp. No. You should be here. Okay, there is our packs. And there's our people. So we've got packs and we've got people. That's solid. Let's go ahead and fire these 2. Get that out of here. Close all this. Nice. All right. So let's think about building a road here and a blight post. You know what? I think the blight post should go here. So we'll run a road up this way. This is a trapper's camp. That's an herbalist. That's an upgraded herbalist. Got 2 harpies in here. Let's put a harpy back in this rain collector. Harpies are basically doing all of my crafting right now. Okay. So let's first off go ahead and make a bunch of human woodcutters. And we're going to open that glade up first, I think. Should be good. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, okay, we can lower hostility when we sell stuff. So that's 3 ways of lowering hostility. That is a lot of lowered hostility. Let's do it. Meanwhile, we will turn this in to get our bonus to cloth production, and technically grain, but mostly cloth is the one we're going to care about. And then we're going to turn this in to get our +1 to packs, plus a couple of tools. Might come in handy. Honestly, I think about the scribe here. The tinkerer, okay, so the tinkerer could be good for getting us access to tools if I set up smelting. The apothecary, cosmetics are good for harpies, biscuits are good for humans and harpies, and incense is good for lizards and humans. Scrolls are good for harpies, ale is good for humans, but I do have that need for leisure fulfilled, and the scribe works perfectly with the forum. The smokehouse being able to make jerky is nice, but 1-star pottery and incense isn't great. So I'm going to go with the scribe, which means we are going to need to think about how we're going to get containers and pigment, but that's not right now's problem. I'm going to take the forager's camp, just because whenever I get a chance at a better camp, I'm going to take it. I should have looked at this first. That was silly. I should have looked at this first, because I could have gotten the forager's camp here. Kind of a waste. But you know what we can get? An upgraded herbalist camp, and that's going to be huge. Getting bonus flower production could eventually be great too. So let's see if we can afford 30. If I sell my extra packs, for 1. And what if I just sold all the mushrooms? Okay, all the mushrooms more than does it. So maybe I don't need all the mushrooms, but I do really need some building materials, because I need access to more bricks. So I think if I also buy clay, so we can make bricks. And then we lower the amount of mushrooms we're selling. I don't think I need money for anything right now. There we go. Nice. So now this is an herbalist camp, and that means that we can get these big ones, which means we can clear out that before we make a mine, thus making a very efficient mine down here. That's pretty great. I do need more housing to upgrade our hub level, get some production speed going. Let's go with 4 humans. And right now, this area is really not being used for anything, so I'm going to go ahead and just slide all my rejected camps over here. They're not really rejected, they're just kind of unutilized at the moment. Is it all humans? It's all humans doing wood cutting, which means I should probably put, well, lizards would like working there. Oh, hey, good thing I've been making spark dew. Let's swap you out for a second harpy in here. We need 24 spark dew. 24. Okay. We currently have 8. And we are making 4 every half minute. So we're making 8 a minute. So it'll take 2 minutes plus breaks to make all the spark dew that we'll need to do this, assuming I don't get another one. It's got 6 minutes, and then we've got 2 minutes of working time. Minute 30 of working time. Free wine when we make ale. I love that. Though the wine doesn't do anything. Copper ore is nice. +1 global resolve when we open caches. Love that. Let's go ahead and investigate. Cool. No new types of food coming up. We still need trappers' camps and herbalist camps. Good thing those are upgraded. And since I have that being worked, and I have that being worked, I'm going to put a lizard in here. There we go. You're as high as we can go. So I can't get to the 3rd tier anyway, which is because I haven't unlocked it yet, which is a shame. I love getting the 3rd tier hubs. They're just so great. But I can't. And if you can't, you can't. So that's just how it be. And we're going to then go ahead and put a scribe here. Yep, like that. And we will put in some human houses. Like so. And you know, let's actually move this up. I think we're going to be okay on time. How we doing? You need 2 more. Now I am going to leave 1 in there. Okay. So we've got 3 minutes to go. They're bringing the last one, and it's going to take 1:30 to clear. That's perfect. That is great. That is so wonderful. We are going to put this... Okay, you know what? Let's take this and just slide it right up here. And then we're going to take this, and we're going to set it here. That way, it'll focus on this one first. And I want it to focus on this one first so we can get that full mine laid down. Yes, I know it's going to be a mix of materials, but this way I can just have it cover as much space as possible, get the most efficient mine possible. On top of that... Oh, hey, we got a... You can't cut anything. Cool. Let's shift you over here and start working our way up that way. Don't open that glade. We're not ready to open that glade yet. Oh, and you're done. Cool. Let's start working the same thing from the bottom. What do I have that I can use for packs? Let's... Okay, you know what? Let's start by doing this. 15% chance for double yields is great. It's basically the only way I'm going to get those chances. Hey, 2 dangerous glades completed. Knew we had plenty of time. Let's go ahead and turn that in. Bonus copper when we get copper. We still need to focus on getting humans happy, but you know, I'll take what I can get for now. We are going to say that we can also make this out of stone. Let's go up here and take another order. 2 hubs. +1 plank production is really nice. +1 plank production is really nice. Again, favoring those bonuses to production over just about anything else. Let's make another basic house here. I don't love basic houses, but what can you do? And we do need to start thinking about a second hub. Once this gets cleared out, we can actually swoop this up here, so we can clear out the center area, and that should be a nice spot to have the hub touch our other hub. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, people are now very unhappy. So let's fire these humans. Not enough. All right. So let's fire these humans. Still not enough. One more. Still not enough, but it looks okay at this point. Let's put another lizard in here. We don't have enough purging fire. We don't have enough wood to make more purging fire, but it should be enough to at least get us through this year. And once we hit our cap of 20 planks, we should get a much better wood economy going. So let's rehire our humans for the wood chopping. Oh hey, that area is nicely cleared. That's wonderful. We are going to move you, I think, just right over here. And we will pop open this glade while we're over here. Which means I once again have to move my rejected camps to somewhere that I'm not using, like this area. That should be fine, right? And trade routes being faster is good. Bonus reed production could be nice, and stone production can be really nice. I'm going to go with the bonus stone production, I think. It is determined to give me harpies, so I guess we're taking harpies. Let's go ahead and just make this all harpies. Okay, we have opened up this. Cool. Can't... Oh, yep, see, this is why you bring the oil. We don't have enough coal. And it's just the same two food sources. It's so annoying. But, yeah, so it's gonna do that. We'll get some resources out of it. I don't really have enough tools to open up any caches, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. And what are we looking at for building materials? We've got some bricks, but it's not a lot of bricks. We're gonna run a road all the way around here. And we're gonna run a road up this way. Because what I'm going to end up doing is putting down 2 more harpy houses. So this will have enough housing for 12 harpies and 6 humans, which is 18. We'll add 2 lizard house. Oh, no, we can't. Not in that corner, at least. And we will start thinking about another hearth, which will use more bricks than we have. But I can go like that, or I can go like that. I feel like I like this better, so that's what we're going to do. We'll run some roads all the way around it. That's being worked. Explorer's Lodge. Okay. Gives brawling and education. I've already got access to education, but brawling is used by both harpies and lizards. So that could be very nice, and it's using 2 of the building materials that we already really have. So let's, heck yeah, let's rebuild that. Meanwhile, this trapper's camp is out of stuff to trap, so let's move it down here, clear out these insects. Food's not much of a problem. Bricks are the problem. Bricks are a major problem. Fire is going out. Well, we can't have that. Oh, geez. Where are all my my wood's all going up here. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, you know what? You've got permission to burn oil at this point. That's fine. You can burn oil. Sother, hey buddy, you do have clay, and you do have bricks, and we can make drizzle longer. Okay. But I don't have anything I can really afford to sell you. So, I don't think I can get this. Like, if I sold all of my tools, then I'd be out of tools. And I need to have a store of tools to deal with glade events. You can make tools in the scribe if I need to, though it does require me to get access to smelting. You know, I'm going to risk it. We're going to sell the tools. This might be a dumb idea, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to sell a wildfire essence, because I don't know that I'm going to need more than 3 hubs, and I think they only use 1 at this level anyway. So we're going to be willing to sell all of this, because I desperately need bricks. I just need so many bricks. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to fire these 2 harpies. Woodcutter's camp has no trees nearby. Well, you know, there are all of these trees right here that you can cut. And then I fired those harpies so that I could reassign them over here to keep the hostility down from the Fishman Cave. Fishman Cave, of course, going to give us so much food and a bunch of ancient tablets. Right, and I want to be using this makeshift post to make packs of provisions in the near future. Okay, let's go ahead and... Nope, not what I wanted. Let's do that. And once this finished getting worked, we should be a lot better off as far as hostility goes. And of course, having another hub always helps. How are we looking on fuel? We're out of oil, so I guess we're going to burn coal for a bit. I don't love it, but we really, really need to have fuel reserves. Meanwhile, nice. And that's going to give us the ability to start mining coal, and then we're really in business. Let's go ahead and move this over this way. I just like the way it looks there. We are also going to... that's already been highlighted. We're also going to take this flower bed, I think, and put it... we'll just slide it along here. It's good to me. Now we'll put it on the side. There we go. Okay. Yes, I know about all the Fishman Totem. I have been sending as many people over here to deal with them as I can, which is not enough people. But with you having 27, we can take... Moving this costs wood. I don't want to cost wood. We're having so many wood problems as it is. That's finished. Woodcutter's camp has no suitable trees nearby. Right, because it finished that whole area. Let's go ahead and finish up this road here real quick. And then... where to put you? Let's go on this side. And just square up this. We have so many glades that we can open. Now this time when we go in, we've got twice as much fuel as we need. This is going to lower hostility significantly. I can fire all of these. Our last order will be have 18 lizards or 18 harpies. Well, we're well on the way to the harpies. I think I'd rather have the lizards. I'd rather have the lizards. If I can pick, I mean, the game keeps insisting on giving me more harpies. course, hostility. There we go. Hostility's all the way down to 1. That's pretty great, which is why our people are happy. Our building materials are solid. We can start thinking about making... So if we have 3 plus 6, that's 9 times 2 is 18. We don't need more housing down here as far as, like, maximum hearth effectiveness, but I do want to... No, I think 18 is good. Let's go ahead and go up here then and start making some housing. We'll do 2 lizard houses and a beaver, or not beaver, a human house to get started. Unfortunately, these and these are such that I can't make complete blocks, and that will annoy me. And given how happy people are, I am willing to risk this. Like, it will lower their unhappiness a bit, or it will lower their happiness a bit, but on the other hand, it'll let us keep making wood through the storm. There we go. So at this point, I feel like I really want to clear this glade. Ooh, resolve for every 2 impatience points or the ability to make mushrooms on farms. So mushrooms on farms is not great because I'm getting so many mushrooms already from the herbalist camp and from just cutting down trees that I don't need it. I am not going to turn off trading. So looks like we're getting a bonus resolve. That sounds nice. We said we wanted 18 lizards, so I need to favor lizards over anything else right now. We're going to put another lizard in here. Want a second harpy in here. We don't have anyone working the crude workstation right now. And what does this do? Oh, it's +1 resolve based on salvage buildings. That doesn't do anything for me really. I've only rebuilt the 1 building, so not too focused on that. Let's go ahead and finish off this road though. Almost thinking it makes sense to have a second, or a 4th rather, wood cutting camp, just so I can get more wood because I'm having such fuel issues. You're gonna make packs of provisions out of, I guess, insects, because we need to start thinking about trade routes. We also need to start thinking about human happiness, because we've got this 22 and this 28. Hey, there we go. We can make a human house here. Move this closer in. And then we can make a park. I'll probably move that park later. Oh, hey, chat's showing up. So apparently someone who hasn't been here in a while. I've been pretty good. Glad to see you're back. Yeah. You know, streaming is twice a week and having to shift things around. So I'm glad you could be here. I don't have anything I can use to do this. We don't have wood that we don't even have wood that we can make into planks. If I ignore it though, I get a massive resolve penalty and the Queen's Impatience goes up. People leave faster. So coal. Well, I can't use coal because I'm burning coal. We need oil if possible. Can I do it with tools? Yeah, we can do it with 10 tools. Must have mentioned it. How far into this iron run are you? Yes. So this is our first game of Prestige 2 for this run. First game of Prestige 2. Trapper's Camp has no deposits nearby. Great. We can move this up here. And the Woodcutter's Camp, where are you? Oh, that Woodcutter's Camp. Yes, 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 yes. Like so. We have 3 minutes. I'm just going to call him immediately. So that upgrades this. Oh, we can build another lizard house up here. Because remember, we can lower hostility for every 2 hubs, but also for selling stuff and for completing Dangerous Glade events. So, let's see what that was. We needed 20 of coal or oil or sea marrow, 10 tools, or 24 planks. Okay, 10 tools it is. Oh, I hate this. Okay, well, I guess we're selling all of that, which doesn't get us anywhere close. I guess we're going to sell 16 cloth. Oh, I just bought those bricks, too. I don't have anything to do with copper ore yet, so we'll sell it. I mean, I guess I could make roads, but not worth. Oh, this hurts. But we have to do it. So, if we have to do it, we have to do it. That's just how this game goes. Let's go ahead and assign 2 humans. And I do want the converted Harmony Spirit Altar. Let's go. How are we doing on those? Packs of provisions. I got 5? Looks good. Keep doing that. Let's go ahead and start doing some orders. Nope. Just sold all that. Hey, I can do this. That's nice. That's the only thing we can do. Okay. You know what? We're getting there. It's gonna be okay. Maybe. Maybe not. But the thing is, right, I've got 2 of these, so once we finish this, we will get 4 global resolve, and we have to get human resolve up to 22, so that's going to get us another one of our orders down, which is very nice. Let's shift this over here. And once I can get some more housing up here, we can upgrade this to a tier 2 hub, which means I should probably build a second park. And just a bunch of flower beds. So all we really need over here is the housing. To get to tier 2. Which again, whenever we finish Dangerous Glade events, or we get our hubs to tier 2, where is it? We lower hostility, in addition to selling stuff, right? So we're lowering hostility quite a bit. We're going to be able to keep the hostility real low, which will be nice later on as we build up. Hey, we finished a trade route. Let's see. Are there any other trade routes we can do? I doubt it. Nope. No, there are not. But hey, we are eating 410 mushrooms. This is a mushroom-based village. We only eat mushrooms here. We eat mushrooms and whatever protein lizards can manage to trap, which is mostly insects. But hey, there we go. We converted this spirit altar. I can actually move the spirit altar if I want to, so we can have it like right here, which I think looks cool. Cool, and we can turn in this. It would give us 2 more humans. Let's go for it. Give us another building. Herb garden's not terrible. It would give us a good way to make packs of provisions. Thing is, I don't really have a good, I need a way to make flour is what I really need. But you know, you dealt with what you play with the hand you're dealt, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take this herb garden, and yes, that does mean we're gonna be getting living matter, but you know, I think overall it's gonna be worthwhile for us to be able to consistently make provisions year over year without cutting into our food all that much. Also, this herb camp is done with the first of those, which means I can finally drop the mine that I've been waiting on for a while. How do I want to orient this? It feels wasteful to have Yeah. We're not going to put a warehouse right on top of the mine. That would be silly. What I am going to do is run a road like that, I think. Yeah. I don't know, just maybe some... I'm not going to waste... I can't waste planks like that. I cannot afford to waste planks like that. So I'm not going to do that. I can't even really afford to waste wood right now, so we're not gonna. Let's go ahead and fire all of our woodcutters, though. Lower that hostility a bit. We're doing one glade a year, and we seem to be staying ahead of that. That's pretty solid. Hey, we can make another human house up here. Okay, that has humans and lizards, so 4 humans, 2 lizards, 5 humans, 2 lizards, 7 humans, 2 lizards. So, yeah, we definitely need more human housing. Clearly need that. Let's go ahead and... Not that I have anything at all that I can use for bricks. In fact... Yeah. You know, I hate doing this. How many bricks do I need? I need 4. Each human house needs 2 bricks. Oh, that hurt. That hurts my soul. Okay, well, you know what we can do, though, is I can move these guys up here to at least keep our level. And we'll delete this. So this is now level 2, and that's what we needed for Advanced District. But also that should give us everything I need to have a functioning mine, which then gets me stone that I can turn into bricks so I can make human houses. Okay, we're fine. Hey, I can get Safe Haven again. We could lower how long it takes to do trade routes, or we can make glade events faster. Glade events being faster is really powerful, but I'm going to go with Safe Haven again just because I really like stacking these hostility debuffs, or these hostility reduction buffs, I guess is what they would be. Now this is actually going to get shifted up here. We'll pop open this glade. Boop. We'll turn in this here. Make plank production a little more efficient. We will drop 4 humans into this mine. We'll drop 2 humans in here making planks and bricks. Cool. We need lizards, so we're getting lizards. We've opened up another dangerous glade. And this just is a global debuff to happiness, but if I do it now, everything should be fine. Oh my god. Oh my god, yes, the carpenter. Let's rebuild this. 100% need to rebuild that. That's good. Because that gives us the ability to make tools a lot more efficiently than the scribe does. And that is a thing we can do with the foragers camp. So I can bring this up here, put 2 humans in it. Great. Phenomenal. Okay, we've got an Explorer's Lodge for free. I don't need a leather worker. The Alchemist Hut, not that great. Bathhouse is decent, because Harpies needed at least. I'm gonna go with the bathhouse. Woodcutter's Hut is out of... Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can start working on going this direction. Now that we need to. And now that we are producing some coal, not very quickly, you know, the thing is, you don't have to make planks anymore. You can focus on just making bricks. I'm actually going to swap you out for harpies. Because we are going to go up here, turn that on, make that planks, no luxury goods. What we want is we're going to set this to a cap of 100, and we're going to put 3 humans on it. So this is making fabric. We don't have the stuff to make fabric usually, so it's making it kind of slowly. And this is going to make planks. So the only thing we're making here is bricks, which we can make out of stone, which we are getting here along with copper. We can make copper roads to really speed up our movement throughout town. Our packs of provisions are terrible because I don't have any good spot to get them. Let's move this. Where do I want to move this? I think I want to move it up here and get these eggs. Plan is slowly coming together. Harpies are happy. I haven't looked at trade routes in a while, and I really should be. Obviously, I don't have anything like that. Does anyone want mushrooms? Nobody wants mushrooms, of course. That would be too easy. You want coal, which I am not willing to sell. Okay, we don't have anything we can sell anyway. Let's go ahead and make ourselves an herb garden, as well as some farm fields. Dullahan Warlander, how you doing? Let's see. I am 100% willing to sell 310 mushrooms, plus all of the ancient tablets, in order to get as much as you're willing to sell me. We do still need bricks. Well, no, bricks aren't as bad as I thought they were. Crystallized dew's not bad. You know what? I will sell 88 spark dew too while we're here. What can I buy? I don't really want to buy packs of anything. Leisure, so we need ale, but we can't do anything with ale. It might make sense to... Honestly, yeah, it might make sense to do that. Get some resin. No, let's not get resin. Copper? Plant fiber? Let's get plant fiber to make some fabric. And, you know, I don't have a good way of smelting right now. So if I bought copper bars, we'd be able to make tools. And then if I also bought crystallized dew, we'd be able to make more tools. And if I sold... I don't really want to sell all my packs of provisions. But I'd be willing to sell grain. And you know what? Let's sell the rest of my spark dew. And... Okay, 26, 34, 44... What if I made this 360? Okay. And then I just made up the rest with packs of provisions. Yeah. Look at that. Okay. Trade. Now I got 57, which is enough for 2 of these or a big one and still have 17 left over. I think that what I'm going to do is... Let's do 2 of these. Coal, copper, grain... Okay, food production and vegetables. Okay, and then... Okay, harvesting being faster, mushrooms, berries, herbs. Love that. That's decent. And of course, all of that significantly lowered the hostility of the forest. And now that the human happiness is going to 24, I can do that, get him to 29. And we can take another look at trade routes. I can do that now. I can do that now too. So if we can just keep humans happy for a minute. tools. Yes, good, 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 good. Okay, so this is done, which gives us the ability to do pie. Which, I mean, not super exciting, but I'll take it. I will 100% take it. Where do I want to put this? Honestly, I kind of want to put it here. Which doesn't make any... No, that makes a certain amount of sense. Since I'm going to develop this area. Yeah, what if I move this up here? Or I move it down there, and I move this. We need to keep it in range, but... Oh, that's not what I wanted. This is what we want to move. And we move this, I don't know, just over to the side here. That seems cute. And then we put food like this. Boom. Okay. We're going to move this way. And this way. We're going to put 2 humans in the herb garden. Like so. And then I'm thinking just a warehouse here. Yeah. So the herb garden doesn't have to go very far. That should be good. Okay, we can unfavor humans now. Nice. And even with all of our wood choppers... Oh, we are missing some wood choppers. That makes sense. Maybe swap you out with some lizards. So we can make you humans. And then what if I put 3 harpies here? That'll give us 2 bonus resolve. So yeah, people are fairly happy. Like, we're going to get through most of this without there really being a problem. We're only going to burn coal now that we're mining it. How much copper do we have? We got a lot of copper. Hey, we got another thing here that we can use. I don't really need a carpenter because I've got a carpenter. We've got the ability to make pie already, so the bakery just adds biscuits and pottery, which I don't care about. Skewers could be really nice. Skewers can use mushrooms, and biscuits are, 2 people like it. Clothier's not bad either, but I'm going to go with the cookhouse here. And we will put a cookhouse here. Let's take a look at trade routes. I could sell leather, so I'm going to sell leather. I'm not going to sell bricks. I fought too hard to get bricks. But I will sell plant fiber. Nice. Of course, harpies are miserable right now. But if I do that... And, oh no, that's fine. You can stay right where you're at. That's perfect. We'll just fire you for the rest of the season, and then have you cut your way into this glade. That's perfect. Okay. That's so good. And then we're going to come up here, and we'll take 2 lizards and investigate that, which will give us some amber. It is going to eat through our food, which is a problem. But I think we'll be okay. We want our trapper's camp, meanwhile. Shifted, I think, here. I think we'll just go ahead and get these insects. And you know, we have been going for an hour and 15 minutes, so I think that's going to do it for this episode of Against the Iron Storm. If you made it this far in the video, please go ahead, give it a like. Feel free to subscribe. You can follow me over on Twitter at GhostFinchMedia, no spaces, GhostFinchMedia, to get updates whenever I'm going to go live. And for changes to my schedule, because I don't see a good way to announce on Twitch if I have to change schedule like I did today to account for holiday shenanigans. Regardless, I'm very much glad you're here. I appreciate the time and attention you're spending listening to me play this game. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have yourself a great day.